My name is Erick Godsey. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm some weird combination of podcaster, like personal development coach, and not technically a psychologist, but basically a psychologist. What drew me to work with ayahuasca plant medicine? The first podcast I ever heard that introduced me to the fact that there were people in the world who weren't from the town of 8,000 people that I lived in was Joe Rogan's first podcast with Aubrey Marcus, and they talked about ayahuasca. I had no idea what ayahuasca was, but I was inspired by the fact that there were men like them who existed that I didn't even know that it was an option to be that type of person. And so that started me on this adventure of listening to podcasts, reading books, getting my body in order, and doing psychedelics. And after about 8 or 9 years of doing a healthy amount of research with mushrooms and LSD and DMT, I eventually chose to do ayahuasca for the first time last year. And it's because the people that I admire most talk about it being unlike anything else when it comes to confronting parts of your psyche that you don't want to feel or that you run from. And also, if I'm being completely honest, it's like it's an adventure that I wanted to go on because the people that I respected went on that adventure too. Why did I choose Soltara? I chose Soltara because two of my closest coworkers came here about 2 years ago. Both of them had a lot of experience with ayahuasca in different places that offer ayahuasca. And both of them were like, this is the best place we have been. This is the place to go. And now having gone here twice, ayahuasca can be really, really difficult. Soltara has the best integration container on both the onboarding and the offboarding, in conjunction with the most beautiful, I want to curse here, but I won't, like place to be in between vomiting and going to the bathroom, because the facility is impeccable, the rooms are amazing, the view is worth the travel alone, and they really know what they're doing. So how's my experience been? For 4 nights out of the last 5 days, I have basically met God. And for most people who haven't tasted that, that's going to sound like that's the most insane thing they've ever heard. And for the people who know, I know you know. But in between having some of the most challenging experiences of my life, I have been able to walk down from my room looking at the sky and the ocean and just bask in the gratitude that this is the life that I get to live. The community here and the people that I've met are going to be brothers and sisters for the rest of my life. The staff here, they are impeccable. It's incredible. And being in the ayahuasca space is probably the most vulnerable I could possibly be, and I feel completely safe. And so it's this beautiful juxtaposition of the hardest stuff and the most beautiful stuff. And, you know, I know that it's going to set the tone for the rest of my year. And this was basically like my birthday present to myself. I came here the day after my birthday, and it was worth it. How do I feel looking ahead to the next chapter / integrating this experience? So I just turned 30, and I came here for that, and with the intention of really feeling into, like, what do I want this next decade to be? And I got the answers. And I know that a lot of what comes from working with something like ayahuasca is going to be the weeks and the months after this, about how you show up to the quote-unquote integration. And I know that a lot of seeds were planted that are going to bloom in the next couple of weeks and months that are going to set the tone for the next 10 years of my life. And fundamentally, it's about becoming more of the man that I know that I'm capable of being, so I can become the father that I know I'm meant to be. And ayahuasca is a stern teacher, but a loving teacher. And, she gave me advice. Would I recommend Soltara to people who are looking to do plant medicine? Yes. Yes. Period.